friends. You know, I was just thinking that we used to do a lot of painting when we were in the squirrel classroom together. Like we would often have paint projects to do our letter of the week, and we would paint with different materials and see what they looked like when we painted on paper with them. So I thought it would be fun to do some painting at home, but what if my squirrel friends don't have any paint at home? I know some of you might not have any paint. So here is a way you can paint without any paint. You can use mud. So today I'm going to just show you some ideas for painting with mud. So this is a really good outdoor activity when it's really nice out and it's sunny finally. So what you need is just a little bit of dirt. See, I have dirt in a cup. This is just an old yogurt container. And you need a little bit of water, because water and dirt are how we make mud. So first thing, I'm going to pour a little bit of water into my dirt. And I found out when I was doing this earlier that you really don't need very much water. You don't need very much dirt, and you don't need very much water because it goes pretty far. So just a little bit of water. And then how do you think I should stir this? Should I use my hands? I could, but I have a better idea. I have a stick that I'm going to stir it with. So just have to stir it up so that it becomes kind of like paint. The more water you use, the thinner your paint will be, and the more mud or the more dirt you use, the thicker it will be. So let me see if I can show you this without it spilling out. There's my mud paint. Okay. So usually when we paint, we would use brushes. But as my squirrel friends know, there are a lot of other things you can paint with. Like we've painted with cars, the wheels on cars. We've painted with corks and bottle caps, all kinds of things, bubble wrap. So I decided to go around my neighborhood and check for things that I could paint with. So here's some of the things that I found. I found pine cones. I thought those might make an interesting pattern if I painted with those. I found one of these. Actually, I found a lot of these. I think they're called gumballs, and they're a little bit pokey. They're a little prickly, but this one's actually started to get a bit soft because it's been lying on the ground for a long time. And some kind of weed that has really frilly leaves on it that I thought kind of looked like a paintbrush. So I'm going to try and see what it looks like when I paint with these things, okay? Let's see, what should I try first? I think I'll start with the pine cone. I'm going to see what happens if I use my pine cone to paint. I'm just going to put it in my mud paint. And let's see. It looks like it might make an interesting pattern if I roll it. Oh, it makes speckles on the ground. Okay. What happens if I do this? I wonder if I need more paint. Can I do polka dots, do you think? At the bottom? Yes, I can. Oh, it's splattery polka dots. It's kind of like when you hit a marker really hard and it splatters everywhere. You shouldn't do that with your markers because it will break them, but you can do it with a pine cone. Well, that's kind of fun. Okay, what should I try next? I think I'm going to try my gumball here. Let's see what this does. Ah, I dropped it. Friends, when you do this, you're going to get a little muddy. So that's kind of fun. I brought a towel with me so that I can clean off my fingers. Okay, I think I could draw a picture with this. What if I do a heart? Can you see that? Oh, that's pretty cool. This holds the mud really well. It is kind of like a paintbrush. So I can color with it. Look at that. Oh, I like that one. Let's see. I'm going to try my weed paintbrush here. This might be kind of tricky because it's so big. Let's see. Oh, it's drippy. It's drippy. Oh. It makes very gentle brush strokes like that. Let's see. Wow. And like I said, it's very drippy. So I can make big, big, long lines with that one. If I were going to draw like or paint a railroad track. This would be good for that because it's big and long and it kind of goes, it's two lines next to each other. Let's see, there we go. There's it. Now, I wonder if I can erase it with water. Let's see. Usually water will wash off mud. Oh, it's making my picture much bigger. Look at that. So I'll have to wait for it to dry before I can paint some more. But here's one other thing you can do while you have your mud and your water out. If you have sidewalk chalk, I'm going to go grab some sidewalk chalk. It's kind of fun to use sidewalk chalk when it's wet and muddy, which seems kind of silly, but it gets very pretty. The colors get a little bit brighter, and you can spread them a lot easier. So I'm drawing a flower, if you can't tell. I'm going to take my gumball again and see what happens if I smooch it around. It made my mud pink. So there you go. That's a way that you can paint outside using mud and natural materials. I hope you have fun with that. Bye-bye.